going on YouTube? You know who it is. Subscriptions video for this week. Got my coffee with me as always. I had 18 books this week, so I'm going to review 9 of them now, and then I'll get the other 9 read and reviewed tomorrow. I'm just jumping right into these as always. Wolverine Max number 9. If there's anything I could say, I need more people to get on this book, and this book needs to be read because I know a lot of people are sick of Wolverine. He's everywhere, everybody sees him, I understand. But this is the Wolverine story you need to be reading. He's by himself, there's no supporting cast, he's trying to figure out his life, he's lost all his memories. And this is a wonderful beginning to a story arc when he is on a motorcycle traveling to Vegas. And it's just him like going over himself in his head, thinking about how he is, how he acts, who he is. And he eventually like pops his tire, gets picked up by some rando dude, and gets to a diner, saves this older guy, and then gets his bike fixed the next day or whatnot, and realizes he's being followed. He actually ends up like crashing the dude who's following him, and it ends up being the guy who he saved in the diner. So as he's taking him to the hospital, this guy wakes up and says, "I don't want help." And then we realize that this is a guy from Wolverine's past, or at least it appears that way. You need to be reading this. It's incredible. It is really incredible. Wolverine is written wonderfully in this. It's not the same old stale Wolverine that you've seen in all the other books and who's in every book. It's just a very well-written story about Wolverine. And this is a good issue to hop on it. Please read this book. I don't want it to go anywhere. Now from a book that not many people are reading that I'm really enjoying, to a book that a lot of people are reading and talking really well about, and I'm not really a big fan of it. And you might hate me for saying this. This is Nova number 6. It's alright. I don't see what these people are seeing that's so fantastic about this. I just feel like there's dark spots in the story. Maybe that's going to be, taken care of later, but just for me, something is off about this book. I still like it. It's not going anywhere off my pull. Maybe it'll be cool now because he's going to go and continue to try to be Nova more. But I feel like right now it's not for me. I don't know what people are seeing, and I wish I did. But I mean, like I said, it's not going anywhere. But I just don't see I don't see it. Next we have Deadpool number 13. Much like, I think it was Deadpool number 9, where they went back and said Deadpool was in this Iron Man issue that was taken off the stands or whatnot. A secret issue. In this one, we have him supposedly in this issue of Power Man and Iron Fist. He's trying to join the Heroes for Hire to fight the White Man, and that's the villain. There's a lot of racist jokes in here. Luke Cage calls him a jive turkey, which, if you've read any of old Hero for Hire or Luke Cage or Power Man and Iron Fist, you know that Luke Cage probably had the most racist accent and way of talking in the history of anything written. Okay, maybe that's not true. History of comic books, at least. But if you read this, you honestly could feel like you're reading a Power Man and Iron Fist comic. It's just from the 70s. It's awesome. There's so much dialogue. There's so much book in this. There's probably more book in this than there is in the rest of these, in all honesty. Because there's just so much dialogue, there's so much going on, and I kind of miss that. If every book was like that, I wouldn't enjoy it. But because this was just a nice change up from what's been going on, and the last flashback story led into the next arc, so I believe that's what this one is going to be. It looks like the White Man is back. I think that's his name, the White Man. He's a pimp or something. But I absolutely loved this. The art was good. It was by Koblish, and he was just filling in on this issue. But, I mean, I can't wait to see what else they do. After the Presidents are over, I've been loving this series, so there's nothing bad I can say about that book. Next we have FF number 9. It looks like FF and Fantastic Four are going to cross over once again, I guess they crossed over when they started. But the man in Fantastic Four, who was the alien posing as Julius Caesar, invited the FF and the whole Foundation over for a pool party. Tells the FF that he wants to help find the Fantastic Four. There's other little things going on. Fun book to read. Not saying anything about the art. You guys already know how I feel about that. But, I mean, it's not going to off my pull, and I'm going to be interested to see it cross over with FF. Oh, the one quick thing about FF. When there's a panel in here, it's like one page, and it has like a page-length picture of Medusa in a bikini. And I was honestly pretty amazed that she wasn't given this, like, supermodel body. She was given, like, the body of a mother. That was the best thing I've seen in this book since it started. Because I was just blown away that they actually made her look like a mother, kind of, with, like, a motherly figure, rather than the supermodel. That's all I have to say about that. So actually a plus for the art. Maybe I keep doing that. I'm in. I don't know. Next we have Supergirl number 22. In 21 we saw the first appearance of Cyborg Superman in the New 52. And he's on this planet. Well, they are on this planet that takes your consciousness and builds things out of it. Or takes your memories and builds things out of it. And it has them talking to Kara about rebuilding Krypton. Cyborg Superman tells he's not complete and all this, and there's all these like secret back talks between Cyborg Superman and the guy who's on this planet. Eventually it's discovered that Superman wants her flesh, because he's only half made, he's not complete, so he wants her flesh to make himself complete. And then she just kind of starts fighting him. She has to fight a bunch of herself, because the planet made memories of herself to fight all her rage, all her anger. She ends up beating them all, and then going after Cyborg Superman. I guess they control like what the consciousness or whatever builds. So they send all of her memories against her. So she's going to be fighting a form of Wonder Woman, a very ample Wonder Woman at that. By the way, you can't even see her legs. Batman there, Superman's there, just a bunch of different heroes and villains she's going to be fighting. So. Should be really interesting to see what she does. This series has just been awesome. I mean, between Supergirl and Superboy, they are almost on the brink of overtaking, Superman. And that's rough. That's hard. That's hard for me to say, personally. Next we have Savage Wolverine number 7. And ever since the adventure in the Savage Land that everybody called a debacle, which I kind of didn't mind. Now, Wolverine is teaming up with Elektra to work for Kingpin to kill this whole kind of band of ninjas, so they don't reincarnate or bring back to life Bullseye. And it's a fun read. It was a pretty awesome book. I'm not gonna lie. I really did enjoy it, but. I don't know. Bullseye wasn't in it. I think that's what was wrong with it for me. I wanted to see Bullseye, and because he wasn't in it yet, at least, I don't think he's going to be. But it was really interesting, and I enjoyed it. There was a reveal at the end of this that I'm not 100%. I don't know a lot of the history of Kingpin or anything, but I guess the person they revived was a female who is his ex-wife, or his wife who's dead. I'm not familiar with who that is, so I'm not 100% sure, but. It wasn't a shock to me, because I didn't really know who she was. Sorry if I just spoiled that for you. I gave you no type of spoiler alert at all. Next we have Avengers Assemble number 17. Part 4 of 5 of The Enemy Within. I'm not reading the Captain Marvel part of this story arc, so I read the synopsis at the beginning of this, tell me what's going on, and it was still good. It was actually still pretty decent, but if I would have been reading the Captain Marvel half, it would have been a lot better. It looks like the ancient Kree who's coming to get her, or coming to fight her, kill her, whatever, is now inside of her head, and they actually found Cersei to find him. Wasp went to get Cersei. It was pretty awesome. I haven't seen, I think it's Cersei. I haven't seen Cersei in a long time, but I guess she runs like a party corporation out to like reserve places for parties or catering or something along those lines. But either way, I liked it, but if I would have been on the Captain Marvel side, these would have been a lot better. The art was really good, though. Bufangi, he was, I don't think I've read anything else with him. I don't think he's been on this either. If he has, maybe I just finally saw a breakthrough with him, because I really enjoyed the art in that. And now, out of the first half of my subs, I had 2 that fought for Book of the Week, and then I finally had to make my decision. So this is not my pick of the week, but it was up there. Well, pick of the half week, I guess. I didn't read the other half yet. This is Number Cruncher, number 1 of 4, written by Cy Spurrier, who is the one who is the man who's writing X-Men Legacy right now. I hopped on this. It sounded phenomenal. It's about a mathematician who kind of makes a deal because the afterlife is kind of just all numbers. He gets reincarnated, and he's able to. He wants to be reincarnated in a time of his lover, who he died when they were together, and he died. He wanted to be reincarnated during her time, while still remembering everything about her. So then he gets born, and all this. He realizes that he's years and years behind her. And by the time he's can find her and he's ready, she's already dead. But the stipulations of the contract that he got from the grand, I don't know, it's called karmic accountant or something. He if you live a life free of sin, the contract is invalid. So I'm interested to see where this goes. This man on the front here is he's kind of like an enforcer around, and the guy who, if he doesn't live a life of sin and comes back, takes his place, I believe. So, I mean, I really love this. They did a really interesting thing with the artwork where, when they were in this kind of afterlife with the numbers and the mathematics and the accountancy, it was all black and white. It was all black and white. It was all sketched, little rough, not super toned and perfected. And then when they were in the real world, it was colored, and it was almost a completely different type of artwork. Oh, excuse me. At first I thought it looked lazy, I thought they should have just finished it, but looking back and thinking back on it after I read it, it was actually very well done. I like how they did that. It was kind of a gray area, if you will. Even though it's black and white, it's kind of a gray area. The afterlife is a gray area. A lot of other subtle tones made about this book of the afterlife and people's beliefs, but I really, really enjoyed this, and I'm super glad I jumped on that. Now, my pick of the week for the first half, which, if you've read it, you probably understand why, is Justice League of America number 6, part 2 of the Trinity War. Love seeing Simon Baz on the cover here. But Superman's regretful over what he did. He wants to get put away. They end up locking him away. There's a lot of talk from the Question in this. Wonder Woman goes and questions the maker of the God's weapons to see who made Pandora's box. He said he didn't make it. It was kind of just found. I just love where this is going. The first part of it, when they kind of automatically told us that Superman didn't do it on purpose, I didn't know where they were going with it. Reading this one, I'm so much more behind the story. I think it's going to be an incredible, incredible thing. And at the end, Superman's locked up in his headset and everything. He can't really move or use any of his powers. And this guy walks in, which is he's supposed to be the leader of the JLA, the guy. Can't remember his name offhand. And he says he wants time alone with Superman. Walks in, takes his headset off. He says, "I wouldn't do that." And he says, "I know you're not a killer. I'm going to tell you what's going on." And it's the Question. So pretty incredible, though. So super excited. I might actually have to go hunt down the Justice League Dark parts of it, because I wasn't going to pick them up. I was going to read them for somebody else. But at this point, I think it's going to be a good enough story that I deserve to have them. There's codes available. If you want Avengers Assemble, shoot me a message. Savage Wolverine is available. Nova's available. So those are the codes that are available off the first half. Let me know what you think of the video. I'm just sweating. It's so hot here. But I thank you for watching, and as always, have a great day.